Lesson 1. My toe is killing me. Welcome to Lesson 1. My toe is killing me. In this lesson, you'll hear a conversation between Paul and his physician, Dr. Martinson. Paul has hurt his toe, and he's really in a lot of pain. Listen to the dialogue and see if you understand all of the idioms that are used from the context. Let's start with just a few at first.
Sorry you waited so long, Paul. I've been tied up all afternoon. What seems to be the problem this time?
Doc, my toe's killing me. I think it's broken.
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that's a beauty. You really did a number on that toe. How'd it happen?
I was helping my brother move. I dropped a desk on my foot.
Well, that's a surefire way to break some bones. Paul, didn't I see you last year for some sprained fingers?
Yeah, I was trying to fix the toilet and got my hand stuck. I yanked it out and hurt myself. I'm still trying to live that one down.
Well, Mr. Fix-It, you've really outdone yourself this time. You won't be walking with this foot for 8 weeks.
That's impossible. I have a camping trip scheduled for 6 weeks from now. Can't it be healed by then?
Well, that's a tall order, Paul, but I suppose it's not out of the question. With a lot of rest now, and intensive physical therapy, you just may be back in the saddle again in 6 weeks. But the therapy requires a lot of work and time, and specifically following the doctor's orders. Can you handle that?
Piece of cake.
But listen, even if you are walking by then, you've got to take it easy during the trip. No climbing trees or jumping across streams or anything. You really need to baby this leg for a while.
Sure thing.
Well, Paul, let's get you bandaged up. We'll have you hobbling out of here in no time. Now, I want you to keep an eye on the swelling in the rest of the leg and foot, and get in touch with Dr. Phillips. She's the physical therapist.
Okay, Doc. Should I drop by here another day?
Yes, we're going to want to follow up on this in about 2 weeks.
I'll schedule an appointment with the receptionist. Thanks. Bye, Doc.
You're welcome. And Paul, take it easy, would you?
Yes, I will. I promise.
Lesson 2. Tying the knot. Welcome to Lesson 2. Tying the knot. In this lesson, you'll hear a conversation between Matt and Allison, a couple engaged to be married, and Mike, a friend of the groom's.
What's this card? Join us. Matt and Allison are tying the knot. Take the plunge with them Saturday, June 22nd at their engagement beach party. There'll be no chance to get cold feet at this sizzling hot summer party. Takes place at Turtle Beach. This party is no stuffy ceremony, so join in if you want to see the couple let their hair down one last time before the walk down the aisle. RSVP by Friday, June 15th. It'll be a blast. Wow, Matt and Allison are getting married. Didn't see that coming.
Mike, you're here. So glad you could make it.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Great. Congratulations, you two.
Thanks.
Looks like a good turnout.
Yeah, we're happy so many people could come.
So you two are finally gonna get hitched. Who popped the question? Was it you, Matt, or did you propose to him, Allison?
Now, I decided to be the romantic one. I took Allison to the park where we had our 5-year anniversary picnic and asked her there. She was in a bad mood that day. I almost lost my nerve. I thought she was going to turn me down.
He's right. I almost left him in the park. I had a terrible migraine, stress at work. And he'd been acting so strange, I guess getting ready for the big question.
Have you guys settled on a date yet?
We're close. Sometime next July. You'll be around, won't you?
You can count on it.
Oh, I just saw my aunt arrive. Sorry to bail on you, Mike, right when you get here.
No problem. We'll catch up later on.
Great. See you both in a bit.
Okay, can I ask you something direct?
It's not like you've ever been one to beat around the bush.
Fair enough. Give it to me straight. Did she bully you into this?
No. Seriously, I really want this.
I tell you, when I got the invite, it really threw me for a loop. You've done a complete 180. Just a couple of months ago, you were telling me how you kind of missed playing the field.
I know, but things have changed. I guess I've settled down.
I guess so. What happened?
Well, remember that car accident Allison had? When I found out, it was a real wake-up call. I remember thinking I didn't know how I would live without this woman. It hit me. She was the one for me. I decided I should either marry her or stop seeing her.
Wow.
Really, and since I've proposed, everything has been perfect. I feel like $1,000,000. It was the right decision.
I have to hand it to you. It seems like you're really getting your life on track. You're a lucky man. She's a great person. You deserve a great woman.
Thanks. I appreciate that. But come on, this is supposed to be fun. Let's grab a beer and join the party.
Great idea. Hello?
Hey, Giovanni. It's Bree.
Hey.
You know, Dad's birthday is coming up in 4 days.
Oh, man, I almost forgot. It really sneaked up on me this year.
Yeah, I thought it might have slipped your mind. So, I was wondering, do you want to go in on a gift for him with me?
Yeah, sure. But I don't have a clue what we should get him.
Me neither. I was thinking we could go to the mall and look around. Maybe something will turn up.
When do you want to go?
Friday good?
Sounds like a plan. See you then.
Got a gift certificate to a bookstore. Dad loves to read. He's a real bookworm.
Yeah, we already thought of that. And Aunt Linda is on the case.
Fine. Neckties?
Can you get any more run-of-the-mill?
Well, what then? Every suggestion I make you tear to pieces. At least throw me a bone here. It's not helpful for you to just shoot down my ideas.
Well, I don't know what to get him either. What do you buy for the man who has everything?
Oh, you're a great help. Your optimism is beginning to get on my nerves. I'm beat. Maybe we should just call it a day.
No, wait. All right, Bree. You want my 2 cents?
Finally, yes. What do you think?
It's his 50th birthday, so we should get him something good.
Like?
I don't know. Something that really knocks his socks off.
Big help you are. You know, you could at least... Hey! That's it! Didn't Dad say he wanted to start exercising because he feels like he's not in shape?
Yeah?
Well, we could get him a pair of running shoes and a membership to a club.
That's not bad. But how much will I have to shell out?
Don't worry. Pay what you can, I'll pay the rest.
This is hands down the best idea I've heard all day.
What a weight off my shoulders.
Mine too. And since I inspired it, you should treat me to lunch.
Don't push your luck.
Don't we get off here? At this exit?
Beats me. You said you had the directions covered.
Yep, but I'm also driving right now. Just look in the glove compartment. I think I put them in there.
They're not here.
They should be. Let me see. Oh, man, I took them out to double-check something and forgot to put them back in. It must have slipped my mind.
So we're lost? That's great.
It's no big deal. We can call or ask someone for directions.
This is typical. Why did you say you'd handle the directions if you weren't going to handle them?
Look who's talking. The only reason I said I'd handle them is because I knew you couldn't be counted on.
Me? You gotta be kidding. You're the one who doesn't give a damn about anyone around you.
All right, let's not fly off the handle here. We just need to get directions. There's no reason to make a mountain out of a molehill. What's the deal? Come on, if you have a bone to pick with me, don't beat around the bush. Let's get it out in the open before we get to Aunt Helen's place.
All right, fine. I think you've become a bit of a slacker lately.
You think I'm a slacker? That's a bit harsh. Why would you say something like that? What's eating you?
Well, for instance, last week you needed to borrow one of my shirts for work because you didn't bother to plan ahead and buy one yourself.
It's just a shirt. Are you really that bent out of shape over my borrowing a shirt? You need to lighten up a bit, Rob.
It's not just the shirt, Andrew. It's that you lean on everyone else and expect them to pick up your slack. You don't take responsibility. You're always passing the buck.
That's insane. I needed a shirt for a new job. If I were such a slacker, I wouldn't even have a job.
Okay, let's talk about the job then.
What about it?
Well, I got you that job. I hooked you up with a great job at a place where I've worked for 3 years.
And I've thanked you for it like 1,000 times.
Yeah, but what you do there reflects on me. If you screw up, it really gives me a bad name.
How am I screwing up? I work my tail off there.
Sometimes, yeah, but you also sit around twiddling your thumbs a lot, too.
Oh, that's bull.
No, it's true. And you also seem to find a lot of time to chat up the pretty girls who walk in instead of doing your job.
I'm a salesman. I'm supposed to talk with the customers.
But it's the same thing at home. You're still living with Mom and Dad, and you hardly ever lift a finger around the house to help out. You're 22 years old, and your room looks like a train wreck. You don't even pitch in with groceries.
That's not true at all. And how would you know? You're not even there.
I have eyes, Andrew. I can see. You still act like a child sometimes.
Oh, you need to get off your high horse, Rob. You're the one acting like a child. You're still trying to show everyone up like little Mr. Perfect. You were a goody-goody as a kid and you haven't changed since.
Hey, what do you know?
What?
While we were at each other's throats, you somehow managed to get us to Aunt Helen's.
Oh, yeah, that's her house there. Pretty good for such a slacker.
Just park the car and give it a rest for now.
Gladly. Just don't criticize my parking job.
Ugh, a ride home is gonna be long.
What a pain in the neck. It's like pulling teeth trying to get anything done with them.
What? Who?
The credit card company sent another bill to my old address.
Not again.
This is the third time. I thought we got things squared away after the last time I called. Now they're saying I have to cough up $150 in late fees.
You're gonna call and get that ironed out, right?
I don't know. I'm so tired of dealing with them. I think I might just bite the bullet and pay the late fee.
Don't do that. That's not right. Call again and insist on talking to someone who can get it off your record.
Dario, it's like flogging a dead horse. Every time I call, I get the same story. Address changed, everything should be fine. And if I ask to speak with a manager, I have to call back later because no one is there.
Sound like they're giving you the runaround. Just cancel the card and refuse to pay.
Well, I will cancel the card, but if I don't pay, I'll have that on my credit record.
If I were in your shoes, I'd call right now.
Okay, fine. You'll see.
Hello, my name is Curtis. How can I help you today?
Hi, Curtis. I got a bill saying that I owe late fees, but the problem is that your company keeps sending statements to my old address, so the payment is already late by the time I get them, and...
Okay, let me just pull up your account. Just one moment. Okay, there we are. I see that your address is listed as 47 Maple Terrace.
Yeah, that's my new address, but the statements are still being sent to the old one.
Okay, let me just put through a change of address and we'll...
No, Curtis. I've been down that road before. A few times, in fact. I really just want to have these late fees taken care of. Obviously, I shouldn't have to pay them.
I understand, ma'am, but unfortunately, I don't call the shots in that area.
Okay, then I'd like to talk to someone who does.
All right, ma'am, if you'll just hold on...
Oh, Curtis, please don't put me on hold. I've been trying to take care of this problem for weeks now, and I'm really at my wit's end. I need to speak to someone right now.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but no one is available right now. If you'll just hold...
Curtis, look, I don't mean to get on your case personally, but I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels every time I talk to someone in customer service. I'm very dissatisfied and I'm very frustrated. I've got a good mind just to cancel my card.
I'm really sorry you feel that way, ma'am. You are a valued customer and—
Curtis, please don't feed me that line. If I'm such a valued customer, why can't anyone take care of my problem? It really is beyond me how your company can call me a valued customer but continue to—
Ma'am, I'm really sorry, but my hands are tied. If you'll just let me put you on hold or call back later, I'll be—
Call back later? Are you out of your mind? Wait. You know what? I'm not going to take out my frustration on you. I know it's not your fault that you just work there, but I've really had it with your company. I'd like to go ahead and cancel my card.
Okay, ma'am. I'm sorry to hear that, but I do understand. I'm going to transfer you to our cancellations department, so if you'll just hold on—
Oh, for crying out loud!
Hi, sweetie. How are you? Don't you normally work on Fridays?
Yeah, but I had to talk to you. It couldn't wait.
Oh, sure. What's up?
Well, I need to get something off my chest.
That's good, because there's been something on my mind, too.
Let me go first. This is important.
Okay.
I'm sorry to spring this on you, but I think we should break up.
Wow. That's big news. Well, why do you want to dump me?
I suppose it would be fair of me to give you a reason.
Well, yeah. This comes out of nowhere. A reason would be nice.
I'm breaking up with you because you've become a real couch potato. All you do is watch TV. And the only thing you like to watch on TV is cartoons.
But I thought you were crazy about cartoons. Remember that time we saw the movie A Bug's Life? You were smiling during the whole thing, and you were in seventh heaven for the rest of the night. Didn't you enjoy it?
I thought it was cute, but then I moved on. You're still obsessed with cartoons.
Well, what else?
You've really let yourself go, too. We used to go biking and play tennis, and now you just sit around eating cereal watching your cartoons.
So I don't turn you on anymore? Isn't it a bit shallow to break up with someone just over looks?
But that's not all. You never want to go out and do anything. We stay here all the time, and your apartment is a pigsty. You never do the dishes or the laundry. There are empty pizza boxes from 2 weeks ago on your kitchen table. It really drives me up the wall.
But we've been going out for 2 years now, and I've never exactly been tidy. Why didn't you bring this up sooner?
I thought it was cute at first. I thought I would get used to it. Later, I thought you would grow out of it. Anyway, that's not the point. I just don't want to see you anymore. So, you said you had something you wanted to tell me. I suppose how you hate that I try to control your life and change you.
No. Actually, I wanted to ask you if you knew where I left the remote control for the TV. I haven't been able to find it for weeks.
It figures.
Welcome to Now We're Cooking, where eating gourmet doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. Each week we break down culinary masterpieces from world-famous chefs and take you step by step from choosing the right ingredients to serving them up. Today we've got a lasagna by our guest chef Vincent Charbel that will knock your socks off. I mean, it's really out of this world. Chef Charbel is here with us to share his recipe and teach us a few tricks of the trade. Welcome, Chef Charbel. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
The lasagna we'll make today is your own recipe?
Yes?
And we'll make it all from scratch.
Certainly, and all with fresh ingredients. That's really the secret to top-notch cooking.
When did you first dream up this special lasagna?
About 8 years ago. I was eating at a friend's party and realized how lifeless most people's lasagna is. I wanted a lasagna with zip, something that would stick to the ribs but wouldn't weigh you down. So I went home that night and baked about 15 trays of it until I came upon this recipe.
Incredible! It took some time, but you really came up with something unique. Well, let's get started. As usual, here on Now We're Cooking, to prove that even amateurs can make meals to die for, we invite a member of our studio audience to lend a hand in the preparation of the dish. Today we have Beatrice from San Diego. Welcome, Beatrice.
Hello.
Are you ready?
I'm really a terrible cook.
That's why you're here, Beatrice, to show the world that you too can make exquisite food. Just give it your best shot.
Okay, I'll try it. I guess the proof is in the pudding, or at least the lasagna in this case.
That's right. Okay, let's take a short commercial break and then we'll pick up with our lasagna where we left off. Hello, welcome back to Now We're Cooking. During the commercial break, we mixed the cheeses and spices, boiled the noodles, and made a sauce from homegrown tomatoes. So now we're ready to put this baby together.
I think I overboiled the noodles.
No, Beatrice, you did fine. You caught them in the nick of time.
Well, that brings up a good point. For lasagnas or any pasta dish that will be baked or reheated later, you want to undercook the noodles. This prevents them from getting soggy when you recook them later.
Absolutely, Brian.
So, let's get to it.
You might notice that Beatrice has laid out the noodles flat while we were waiting to use them. This is so they don't dry in weird positions before we get a chance to put the lasagna together.
Great. Now the rest of this is really a piece of cake.
You said it. We're just going to put down a layer of noodles, then sauce, then cheese, and keep on like that till we fill the tray. Here, Beatrice, you try.
Okay.
Now, to give this lasagna some kick, you want to lace the lasagna throughout with a grated cheese that has bite. Beatrice is using a nice, robust pecorino cheese. Looking good, Beatrice.
Thanks.
While Beatrice finishes up here, I'll show you a tray that I finished and baked ahead of time.
Let me help you. Can our cameras get a shot of that? Now that's a lasagna you can sink your teeth into. Thanks, Mr. Charbel. That's all for our show today. Folks, as always, don't forget what we always say here at Now We're Cooking. The devil's in the details, and the secret's in the sauce.
I'm so tired of shopping. Trying to find the perfect clothes for me out of the hundreds of things we've seen is like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Oh, don't exaggerate. We haven't seen that much. Hey, look. That place looks nice. Let's check it out.
I don't know. Those clothes in the window aren't exactly my cup of tea. Plus, it looks expensive. We'd probably have to pay through the nose for anything we find.
Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning or what? Don't be such a wet blanket. You're the one who's always complaining about your clothes being out of style. I let you drag me out shopping so you can keep up with the trends, so this is all for you, not for me.
Okay, you're right. We'll give it a try.
Hey, look at this blouse. Do you want to try it on?
Wow, it's a bit low cut, don't you think? And you can see right through it. Won't leave much to the imagination.
I don't know. I think it might be kind of hot.
Forget about it. I'm not wearing that in public. It would turn too many heads, and you know you're the jealous type.
Well, in private then.
Oh, just drop it.
Okay. What about these pants?
Those aren't bad. Wait, let me see the price. Right, just as I thought. Unless you want to cough up $150 for a pair of pants. I don't think so.
All right. How about these jeans? Nice cut, basic, they don't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, but they look like cheap knockoffs. If I'm going to wear bargain basement clothing, I want to be the only one who knows it.
Oh, come on, these look fine. And besides, why do you give a darn what other people think?
Didn't you always used to say that the clothes make the man?
Well, now I'm reformed. I just throw on whatever's clean and out the door I go.
Well, I like to make a nice impression, to come off as someone who cares about the way she looks.
Speaking of which, check out these pants. They're really great.
Yeah, but these pleats, all these pockets, they're a bit busy.
I think they're unusual, really one of a kind. Why don't you just try them on? You might like them.
Oh, all right. Hand them over. I'll try them on.
Well, let's have a look. Can I see them on you?
What do you think? I don't think they're me. I told you it would be impossible to find...
I hate to burst your bubble, but those pants look great on you. They fit you like a glove. Why are you frowning? We finally found something that looks great.
Now we have to find a top to go with it.
Dear Mom and Dad, how are you? It's the end of the semester and I'm really under the gun. I'm up to my eyeballs in work. The amount of reading my professors assign is ridiculous, and as you know, I thought I'd try my hand at a new sport and joined the university's rowing team this semester. With that decision, I may have bitten off more than I can chew. Between school, my job, and that, the only time I find to study is late at night. I'm burning the midnight oil 6 days out of 7. And even though I've really buckled down and begun to study, I'm still not finding the time to get everything done. What else? Oh, my old computer finally bit the dust. What a pain in the neck, right at the end of the semester. It really puts me between a rock and a hard place. I try to use the computers in the library, but it's only open until 11 p.m. I never make it there on time, so I have to ask my roommate if I can use his computer. But as you know, the guy's a bit odd. Personally, I don't think he's playing with a full deck. You know, I always say, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But the favors he asks of me are usually outrageous, and he then gets mad if I don't agree to them. The other day, he asked to borrow my car for a 6-hour drive to visit his girlfriend for the day. When I said no, he blew up at me. And then that night, about an hour after I had turned in for the night, he got up, turned on his music, and started to do yoga. Anyway, money's not so good now that I have to save for a new computer. I don't want to cut corners and buy a cheap computer because I'd just have to replace it soon anyway. On a more positive note, I'm all about this rowing thing. I wanted to be on the competition team next semester, but thought I didn't have a prayer, since for most of the guys on that team, rowing is old hat. They've been at it since they were kids, and I'm still green. But Coach said yesterday that if I keep at it, I'm a shoo-in for a position on the competition team. That made my day. Well, that's all for now. I'll write again soon. Love, Brad. Hey, Alan. Long time no see. How's it going?
Good. Just here getting the old ticker pumping. What about you?
Same old, same old.
Hey, I ran into your son Bobby the other day. Did he say Stacy's got one on the way?
Sure did. About 4 months along with their second. They had a little girl about 1.5 years ago. Piece of work. I tell you, a chip off the old block.
You don't say. How do you mean?
Hard-headed, just like Bobby. And when she's up to something, she gets that same look in her eye Bobby used to get when he was a kid. It's really something else.
So she takes after her father, huh? That'll give him a taste of his own medicine. All those years causing trouble in the neighborhood.
Yep, time to pay the piper.
I remember when my kids were that age. You've really got to be on the ball. Can't turn your back for a minute before they're already up to something.
Yeah, don't keep up with them like I used to. 2 hours and I'm bushed. But I tell you, I'm having a blast being a grandfather. Not like with your own kids at all.
For sure. You get to be a pushover without any of the guilt.
Yeah, like the other morning, I was babysitting. Well, the girl got it in her head that she wanted ice cream at 9 a.m. She was set on it. At first I thought, no, Bobby'd have a fit. But then I thought, hey, it's not my kid. So I caved in and gave it to her. Ice cream for breakfast, can you believe it?
Yeah, it's easy to buckle when it's your grandkids and not your kids. Sounds like she's got you wrapped around her finger.
Yeah, I'm hooked when it comes to this grandfather business. Can't wait for the next one.
Lesson 1. My toe is killing me. Welcome to Lesson 1. My toe is killing me. In this lesson, you'll hear a conversation between Paul and his physician, Dr. Martinson. Paul has hurt his toe, and he's really in a lot of pain. Listen to the dialogue and see if you understand all of the idioms that are used from the context. Let's start with just a few at first.
Sorry you waited so long, Paul. I've been tied up all afternoon. What seems to be the problem this time?
Doc, my toe's killing me. I think it's broken.
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that's a beauty. You really did a number on that toe. How'd it happen?
I was helping my brother move. I dropped a desk on my foot.
Well, that's a surefire way to break some bones. Paul, didn't I see you last year for some sprained fingers?
Yeah, I was trying to fix the toilet and got my hand stuck. I yanked it out and hurt myself. I'm still trying to live that one down.
Well,
Matt and Allison, a couple engaged to be married, and Mike, a friend of the groom's.
What's this card? Join us. Matt and Allison are tying the knot. Take the plunge with them Saturday, June 22nd at their engagement beach party. There'll be no chance to get cold feet at this sizzling hot summer party. Takes place at Turtle Beach. This party is no stuffy ceremony, so join in if you want to see the couple let their hair down one last time before the walk down the aisle. RSVP by...
Well, Paul, let's get you bandaged up. We'll have you hobbling out of here in no time. Now, I want you to keep an eye on the swelling in the rest of the leg and foot, and get in touch with Dr. Phillips. She's the physical therapist.
Okay, Doc. Should I drop by here another day?
Yes, we're going to want to follow up on this in about 2 weeks.
I'll schedule an appointment with the receptionist. Thanks. Bye, Doc.
You're welcome. And Paul, take it easy, would you?
Yes, I will. I promise.
Lesson 2. Tying the knot. Welcome to Lesson 2. Tying the knot. In this lesson, you'll hear a conversation between Matt...
Mr. Fix-It, you've really outdone yourself this time. You won't be walking with this foot for 8 weeks.
That's impossible. I have a camping trip scheduled for 6 weeks from now. Can't it be healed by then?
That's a tall order, Paul, but I suppose it's not out of the question. With a lot of rest now, and intensive physical therapy, you just may be back in the saddle again in 6 weeks. But the therapy requires a lot of work and time, and specifically following the doctor's orders. Can you handle that?
Piece of cake.
But listen, even if you are walking by then, you've got to take it easy during the trip. No climbing trees or jumping across streams or anything. You really need to baby this leg for a while.
Sure thing.